think, Sandeep, I agree to a lot of what you say and what Amitabh has said before in terms of people. For us being over 70,000 employee organization, people, of course, is the main asset. I mean, we are asset-light company. Where it's only about people, and these are the times actually to take more care for them. So one of the things I would probably, and I will not try and repeat, all that you've said, but maybe in your CIA approach, Amitabh, the part of C, which is in terms of communication, I would add on to an open and honest communication. I see there is a lot of lip service and a lot of people, a lot of leaders, they do talk about it. Okay, so we need to see things in action, and we need to sometimes give a very open and honest message to our employees, and it has a lot of value in it. It will be needless to say, I mean, to say that my business is not getting impacted, or for it'll be an overstatement for anyone. Okay, every business in today's day and age is impacted, and it is impacted significantly. Now, how do you deal with that pressure is more important. How honest and transparent do you want to be with your employees is important, and where do you develop that trust with with your employees? I mean, there is a lot of personal rapport that that will help you during this time, but also bringing in a whole host of honesty and transparency, to my mind, is most important. I mean, we as an organization, we've taken all the similar steps. I mean, Sandeep, like you said, whether it's doling out bonuses, or improving the medical insurances of our employees in this time, actually creating a solidarity fund for employees who a large part of our people come from the lowest strata of our economy. So that solidarity funds goes in and help them out. So taking those steps to actually demonstrate, showing that we genuinely mean what we preach, actually goes a long way. Now, having said that, the people aspect, which is very, very dear to me, also comes along. In addition to this, this has to go hand in hand with the financial aspect. Okay, and India is is a country where we were given a package of 300 billion US dollar, right? There were about two and then 13 zeros. I mean, it took it took me some time to write the number of zeros which were being announced in the 20 lakh crore package which was being announced, and then really see what really is the impact. Okay, in comparison, we all know what the impact of that package, so I will not go in more detail. But if we see in comparison, a lot of other countries, whether it's Australia has a Job Keepers Act. Okay, you get paid $1,500 per fortnight if you end up losing a job, or whether it's Netherlands or it's UK. I mean, where they have job insurances, and employees can actually claim in case the businesses are going down by more than 30%. So if your revenue falls by 30%, you can actually claim for the employment insurance and get about 70 to 80% of your salaries. And close to India, Singapore, if you see, their job support scheme is amazing, where they are willing to fund from 25% to 75%, depending upon the industry that you are in. Whereas, closer to home, we do not have any of these helicopter schemes, so there is no helicopter money coming into our businesses. And we have to make sure, how do you manage your cash flows? How do you manage your chartered accountant? Sandeep, you would relate so much more to me in terms of how do you keep your powder dry? Make sure that, you have sound practices which, and variabilize your fixed expenses as much as you can, tide over the current situation, change your pricing models, and multiple newer ways of financial discipline that you can bring along. So my recommendation to most of the viewers is, we follow the people practices, be honest about it. I mean, we don't have to, everyone knows there is an impact. Reskilling is the need of hour. Everyone wants to surge ahead. We are literally, this one of the examples that I keep on giving, many times to my team is, imagine, and I feel this, you're the captain of the ship, and ship is actually, approaching a storm. And when you are in a storm, you see there is storm coming from a distance. So when you see the storm, that's the time really to actually prepare your organization for. And that's the time you would put your credit lines in. That's the time you will, figure out, what sort of debt risk that you may be incurring, what sort of assets that you can actually liquidate at that point in time. So you do all the preparation. But once you are in the storm, actually, that's the time you need your ability to withstand the storm and withhold the pressure, so that when the pressure recedes, you are able to actually surge ahead. And we are right now, most of the businesses are in the phase where we are withholding or withstanding the storm, okay, with the hope that this storm is soon going to recede. And what are the things that we ideally can do at this point in time, which can actually then help us surge ahead at the time when the storm comes, when the storm recedes. So, so along with the people practices, which is, how do you get your best talent in? How do you actually rather acquire the best talent in at this point in time? It's a golden time to actually go out and do that, so that you prepare yourself very well, for the post COVID era. So I think people, finance, and the entire, the business lever part, I mean, if it is being looked at together, in a right balancing way, can actually make a difference for, for most of the businesses.